The monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears. Yes, one of the oldest NFL franchises still in existence is our focus for the next part of this Cutter What If series. The Chicago Bears did not start out as the Chicago Bears. Kind of like what you're thinking about the New York Yankees. They never started out as New York Yankees. They were called the Baltimore Orioles. But the Bears were once called the Decanter Staleys from Decanter, Illinois. Now they moved to Chicago thanks to George Papa Bear Halas. The Bears were a dominant force in the 30s and 40s in the NFL, but unfortunately, after the 40s, they had a bit of a slide. The Bears were decent. They did churn out some decent players, like Red Grange, George Halas when he played, not Jim Brown, Gale Sayers, Walter Payton, and all that. The Bears weren't really big in the NFL after the merger of 1970. They were just kind of like nobodies, if you will. However, the Chicago Bears, in my mind, were a very decent team. But the Bears, just couldn't get over the hump of, like, yeah, they make the playoffs and all that, but they couldn't get far in the playoffs. However, a magical time came in the mid 80s when Mike Ditka, the former Ironhead and basically player of the Dallas Cowboys, ended up being Chicago's head coach. The Halas family thought that they needed something like Mike Ditka's toughness. And adding on to a very strong defense coordinated by Buddy Ryan and a weird quarterback by the name of Jim McMahon, the Bears took flight. It wasn't just Walter Payton's team, it was just a lot more good hands with Willie Gault and Emery Moorhead added in. The Bears made a big defensive effort, and in the 85-86 season, they basically brought it to fruition, mostly because the 85 Bears had such a great playoff run. In the divisional round against the New York Giants, they ended up winning the game 24-0 or something like that. In fact, the game was marred by, if you're a Giants fan, marred by the fact that Sean Landeta whiffed on a punt and the ball bounced to Sean Gale, a defensive back, who ran it in for a touchdown. The Bears also whipped the LA Rams with former CFL stalwart Dieter Brock at quarterback. Eric Dickerson, non-existent that day. The Bears went on to the 1986 Super Bowl to take on the New England Patriots. Super Bowl 20, as they call it. The Patriots, in their own right, in 1986, made some shocking moves to get this far. I mean, come on. The 86 season was just like crazy. But anyway, New England somehow made the finals with Tony Eason and Steve Grogan trying to see who's the better quarterback. The Bears did give up one of the fastest scores in Super Bowl history, that being the field goal, to the Patriots. But in the end, they outscored them the rest of the way 46-7 for a final score of 46-10. And what is weird, Richard Dent, great defensive effort, but the refrigerator, William Perry, scoring a touchdown in the Super Bowl when Walter Payton didn't. That probably broke Walter's heart. I bet. So anyway, the Bears won the Super Bowl. They did decently well in the late 80s trying to get to big playoff pushes. They even won a wild card game called divisional round game in the fog against the Eagles in December 1988. But the Bears couldn't get into that hump to get to the Super Bowl, mostly because of the Niners. The Bears in the 90s didn't really do that well with stuff. Quarterback Eric Kramer, geez. But the Bears found solace in their defense, which actually helped them do well in the 2001 season, winning 13 games. But the Philadelphia Eagles crushed them in the divisional round in Chicago. The Bears have been like off and on all day. And as Dennis Green famously says, the Bears who we thought they were, and we left them off the hook. The Bears actually shockingly made a Super Bowl appearance in 2007. A lot of people didn't think that the Bears deserved to go to the Super Bowl, even though they were the 1 seed. The Bears beat the New Orleans Saints to go to the Super Bowl to take on the Indianapolis Colts and Peyton Manning. Devin Hester was trusted to get the opening kickoff, and in the rain in Miami, the first Super Bowl that was affected by rain in history, and that took 40 plus years. Devin Hester assumed 93 yards for a opening drive touchdown. Bears were up 7-0. Sadly, though, the Bears would not get any farther as the Colts just easily ate them up and spit them out. And Peyton Manning finally got his Super Bowl. The Bears team for the what if I want to talk about, it's the 2010 Chicago Bears. Well, 2010-11. And so Chicago Bears shockingly got themselves in as a 2 seed and got themselves the NFC title game. Unfortunately, their rivals, their great rivals, the Green Bay Packers, came into Chicago and beat the tar out of them. So the Bears, unfortunately, could not get to the Super Bowl. But, of course, this is a what-if situation, and everyone says, what if the Bears somehow beat the Packers and took on the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger, who wanted a second Super Bowl in 3 years, and got it? Well, let's just find out, why don't we? As the Chicago Bears are hoping to get a Super Bowl under their reign. As we'll get some stuff ready to go. I apologize that I'm not getting my things up to speed, but let's get the window here. Chicago Bears. Yep, all right. So, according to the window, it's the 2010 Bears and the 2010 Steelers. Steelers, of course, won the Super Bowl in real life. The Bears really didn't have any name wide receivers. Neither did Pittsburgh. So, we'll just let it go. I believe it was at Irving Stadium. I can't remember what stadium it was in. But as you can see right here, we're going to take a bit of a thing about the window. The Pittsburgh Steelers would have crushed the Bears. So the Bears, I think, had the great misfortune, but it would have been better if they stayed home. It was 3-3 after one quarter, and then Sean Sweezum kicked the field goal to make it 6-3, but the Bears took the 10-6 lead. Nice for Forte. But however, 20 seconds later, Roethlisberger to Heinz Ward touchdown to make it 13-10. Field goal by Sweezum, Canadian, by the way. And then Roethlisberger to Rashard Mendenhall for touchdown, 23-10 at the half. Isaac Redman, I don't know who the hell that guy is, but he scored a touchdown for Pittsburgh. Sweezum a pair of field goals, 36-10. Boy, the Bears defense just didn't do anything. Pittsburgh picked them apart, especially on the airwaves. Matt Forte did run for 94 yards for the Bears in a losing effort. Mendenhall ran for 57. Isaac Redman, 51 yards on 5 plays. Jay Cutler, 12 for 23 with a pick, 133 yards. Roethlisberger, 13 for 19, 236 with 2 touchdowns. Catches by Heinz Ward and Mendenhall. Mike Wallace almost got 100 yards receiving, as did Ward. He was close too. And the interception was by Brian McFadden. Sweezum had 5 field goals. I don't remember if that would be a Super Bowl record. 5 field goals in one game. 46, 38, 47, 23, and 51. Robbie Gould hit a 37-yard field goal, but the Bears just stunk it up. I think it would have been imperative for the Bears to stay home. Monsters of the Midway, my ass. They lose. Good day.